Hello everyone, welcome to This Day. It is Wednesday, October 1st. We made it. It's officially fall, I think. I don't know. What do you think? We've got a great lineup on the show today for you. We kind of have a lot of ends of the spectrums on the show. We've got Royalty Flooring with Tony Dakar and Gwen Junberg. They've collaborated on an interior design project in Newport Coast. So you'll want to see those beautiful photos and the wonderful space that they've created. And then later in the show, I've got the Republican Club here with me. I've got Pat Mycone and Betty Oliker. They're going to be touching on the death of Charlie Kirk, giving a tribute to that, as well as giving us the keynote speakers for their upcoming meetings. So we'll talk all things Republican Club with them. But first, folks, as we do every day, we want to keep you informed. The City of Laguna Woods coyote reporting procedures. They have updated and changed, so please make note of this. The City of Laguna Woods has introduced a new non-emergency coyote hotline for reporting sightings. This change ensures that Laguna Beach Police dispatch remains available to respond to true emergencies. Please call 949-639-0501 and leave a message or email coyotes@lagunabeachcity.net. All hotline messages are automatically forwarded to Laguna Beach, Laguna Woods Animal Services. So remember, if you're in imminent danger or if a coyote decides to attack, which they don't normally do, call 911 immediately. Non-emergency coyote sightings, you can call the number or leave an email. Always remember also, folks, to make sure your little ones are on a leash. Let's take a look at our local weather report for the next 5 days. From today through Monday, we can expect a mix of morning clouds, and that afternoon sunshine comes peeking through. So we'll get sunshine all across the village. Highs will range mostly in the upper 70s, cooler temps rolling in for just one day. Friday seems to be getting cooler and cooler. Yesterday it was a high of 76. Today it's a high of 74. But that will remain with us just for one day before the temperatures start to rise again, looking at about 81. And sunny, sunny, sunny on Sunday. Shaping up to be consistently pleasant stretch all week, but keep those layers close by for cooler mornings and evening activities. Sunrise this morning was at 6:25 a.m. Sunset will be at 7:15. A gorgeous photo of the sunset in Central Coast of California. This was sent to us by Joel Goldstein. Thank you, Joel. If you've got some photos you'd love to send in, we'd love to share them. You know the drill. Email those photos to us at lagunawoodsvillagetv@gmail.com. Please send us your name, where the photo was taken from, and of course in that gorgeous horizontal format, please, so we can see all of the beautiful images in full spectrum. We've got just a couple of meetings to tell you about before we head on over to the break, and then when we come back, Michael will actually be here with Royalty Flooring, so stay with me.
What would it feel like to hear better? Many people are trapped in the isolation of poor hearing and don't realize it. Even people that are wearing other hearing aids. No buttons to push or technology to fear. Artificial intelligence and these products do all the work. Don't settle for less. And remember, tell them Stuart sent you.
Power your adventures with the all-electric 2024 Subaru Solterra. It comes with legendary Subaru symmetrical all-wheel drive, standard, plus a rugged 8.3 inches of ground clearance. Everything about the Subaru Solterra is advanced, including the technology keeping you and your passengers safe. Love is now electric.
Hi, it's Desiree from Irvine Subaru. Get your new Subaru here with complimentary maintenance included.
We're going to walk you through some steps of new flooring and much more, and I want to welcome to the program from Royalty Flooring, Tony Dakar and Gwen Junberg. Thanks for having us. So let's start with what you guys are. You're a flooring company. You've been around 17 years.
Yep.
Okay, and so
17 years.
and that's how it started off, and it's flooring. But you guys are a little bit much more. You're kind of expanding. Talk a little bit about what you guys do these days.
Yeah, so we're family owned, family run, family built as well. We started about 17 years ago. Started just entering in the flooring business, and we started off with multifamily and residential. So we do apartment complexes and homes where we do the complete flooring. And as business kind of grew, we started getting into construction. We got our contractor's license, and for the past couple of years, we've been doing general construction remodeling. So we pretty much do everything from kitchens, bathrooms, obviously flooring, which is what we started off as, and then anything else from interior, exterior work, pretty much any general construction you need in your house, we're there. We'd like to say a one call does it all. So you pick up the phone, you have any issues, anything you want to do, you give us a call, and we got it all covered for you.
Well, you literally grew up in the business. It's been going on for 17 years. You were a kid when this started, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's my dad's business. So
there you go.
He started it, worked hard, built it pretty big, and then kind of handed it off to me a little bit. And me and him work hand in hand running it. And we work with, it's all a family business, like I said. So we work with our cousins. We brought in our cousins from different parts of the world, actually. And everyone kind of works with us, and we're pretty proud to have it family owned and family run.
All right, now Gwen, you're an adopted member of this family here,
Yes.
and you do a lot of the design work that they've kind of stepped into that area too. So someone calls up and just wants flooring, but they also say, hey, we also are thinking about maybe a little remodel here. I want to do something different with the living room. That's kind of where you step in, right?
Yes, yeah. So I'll come in and meet with the clients and just kind of take them through the whole process to make things easier, offer my ideas, take their ideas, and bring them to life, really.
How important is it for someone to say, okay, I'm thinking about this kind of floor, but I have this aesthetic over here, and I want my bathroom to be that. How do you make that kind of flow and kind of carry that ethos and design through the whole project?
Yeah, well, harmony is a big part of design, and that includes colors, textures, all sorts of different things. I'm a firm believer in kind of everything can go and work if you use the right tools and skills that I offer, so I can help a lot with that. So if you're wanting something that is completely different than the style of maybe your floor or a couch you have, I can really help kind of make it flow.
Okay. Now we're looking at some images of the Newport Coast home you guys recently did, and this isn't just you came in and did the flooring. This is like an example of what you guys can do from start to finish in a total redesign, right?
Exactly. So like I said, one call does it all. You pick up the phone, and this is what happened with the client. They picked up the phone, they called us, they said, this is what we want to do. We came in, we looked at everything, and we said, let us take on the whole project. So we ended up doing the whole thing from A to Z. We did the flooring, we did the fireplace, the staircase, the interior work, the paint, the drywall. We did a full new kitchen, full new bathroom. We did complete new finish work, all the fixtures, all the lighting. We did, honestly, the house completely remodeled A to Z, and they were super happy with it. And one thing that we offer that helped them a lot was we have, in each project we take on, we have an assigned project manager. So they're holding your hand through the project A to Z. Any questions, any concerns, any changes happen, they're there with you to handle everything that comes along.
Right. And how important, like some people want to sometimes they want to have a very economical approach. We'll say it that way too, those kinds of things. They hired this person they knew, this person knew. And that's very disjointed. That can be very kind of a little bit away. You guys are so competitive, but you're also licensed, you're bonded, and there's a kind of a guarantee that the work's going to get done, right?
Yes, yeah. There's a guarantee in the quality of our work. We guarantee our work minimum for 1 year to 2 years, as well as our products. Our flooring we lay down is a lifetime warranty. And just, we're a very, very prospective company where anything you have an issue with a year later down the line, we're not going to just leave you in the dark. We'll come back, we'll fix it. We're not going to kind of leave you hanging, as a sense. And as well as pricing, we're very, very competitive in the market. We beat most competitors, and we don't just beat them because we're able to deliver, a subpar quality of work. We deliver a high quality of work, but with competitive pricing as well.
And how important is it for you as a designer to know that you're only going to one project manager for the entirety of this thing? So you can talk to one person about, hey, and it's a coordinated effort, right? Hey, the flooring needs to go in before X, Y, and Z, and then when the bathroom needs to do this. So there's a process to this. You have to coordinate, right?
Yeah, it definitely makes my life easier, for sure. Communication is a huge part of the whole process, and I think it's a huge help to have one person designated to go to for, maybe if I have questions on how things are going, timeline, all sorts of things like that.
And how important is it for like the clients on that side to have that peace of mind to know that, okay, we don't have to deal with all of this. Someone's kind of taking me through this process. They're signing off as you go, but they're taking the headaches away from all of that.
Totally. It's a huge, huge help, I think, personally, to have a designer, project manager, all of us there to help through the whole process. I'm working with a client currently who doesn't live in the area, and she has a rental property here, and she's not in town all the time. So after meeting with her a few times, I was really able to get a clear idea on her visions and her style and all of that. And so I will go maybe to the slab yard by myself and choose some items that I think she would like and send them over to her. I think it just overall makes everything a lot easier.
Yeah, you don't know what you don't know until you start getting into the nuts and bolts of what has to happen to get a whole redesign and flooring and all of those things.
Totally.
Yeah. And people move in here so they can relax and retire, so,
Right.
Not so they can work on
Not so they can put the knee pads on and the chisel out and rip up an old floor.
So that's why we try and handle everything for them.
Absolutely. Let's talk about, you guys both do residential and commercial. So can I go to one of the showrooms on the residential side and see what I'm looking at, walk on the stuff and get a feel for it?
So we have our showroom in Corona Del Mar, and pretty soon we're opening in San Clemente as well, so it'll be a little bit closer to Laguna Woods Village. But Corona Del Mar, it's on PCH. You walk in, you'll see we have a multitude of wood floor and tile on the floor, but as well as, of course, in the showroom we have from luxury vinyl plank to hardwood, tile, we have quartz, marble countertop, we have real stone, we have all the products you need in order to choose your flooring, your cabinets, your counters that you want to do. And we import, that's one thing that really separates us in the market, is we import products from Spain and from Italy, as well as from France.
Wow.
A lot of our hardwood comes from there. We're selling a product called Riva. It's from Spain. It's one of our highest selling products, and that's something not a lot of contractors could offer, just because to have those ties within the market is pretty tough to do.
Yeah, as an individual instead of like a company like you guys do. How important is it for you to sit down with a client and kind of get the feel for the kind of vibe or the kind of house and kind of lifestyle they have and design around that?
It's extremely important. I think that in order to gain the client's trust, that's important. Also for myself to be able to kind of put myself in their shoes and in their position to really envision their space in their eyes versus my own, or maybe, the trends or whatever. It's extremely important.
And Tony, when they walk into the showroom, walk into your place, it's kind of a one-stop shop, right? I mean, they can start making big decisions right there about all of these things that have to happen, instead of going to, I have to find a contractor for this, I have to find a contractor for that. You guys have this umbrella service.
Exactly. You come in and you say you need this, this, and that. We show you everything you have. We show you everything. And if you want more, we bring it to you. We'll bring you samples. We'll bring you design books. We'll bring you, even if it comes to the cabinets, like the handles on the cabinets, the small little fixtures, we'll bring them to you. You come in. We have them available in the showroom. So you really are able to come in, kind of see it all. And we have multiple clients that, while their project is going, they'll come into the showroom and say, I don't know if I really like this tile. Let me see your other options you have. They'll pick a new tile, and we'll go ahead and install that for them.
What's the favorite part about what you've done? You've been around this for a long time, 17 years growing up in this industry. What's the part about for you that you like the most?
Honestly, in the construction business in general, it's really fun making people's dreams come true when it comes to their home, because obviously your home is, it's your sanctuary. So when you go home and you look at your kitchen, you look at your floor, look at your living room, you're happy with it, you feel content. It's nice that we could offer that and give a peace of mind. We could actually help people. Seeing a smile on someone's face after their home's done or after the floor or their remodel is done is huge. And the connection you build with them is really fun. It's fun to work with people. It's not, you don't have to sit at an office every day. It's a really enjoyable job.
And Gwen, I'm going to ask the same thing to you.
I was going to say something pretty similar. I want to be able to give other people the same feeling that I get in my own home and in my own spaces.
Well, we took a look at some of the pictures. It's beautiful work, and it's really great stuff. I want to thank you both, Gwen and Tony, for joining us today from Royalty Flooring. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate having us.
You're watching This Day. We'll be right back.
Welcome to Royalty Flooring Design, your trusted flooring experts, now serving in Laguna Woods Village. Add a touch of royalty to your home with our high-quality flooring, engineered hardwoods, luxury vinyl, tile, carpet, and more. Visit our stunning Corona Del Mar showroom for everything you need at unbeatable prices. As a family-run business, we pride ourselves on quality, integrity, and transparency. Call today for your free in-home consultation.
For over 20 years, Orange County has taken its unwanted gold, jewelry, timepieces, sterling silver, and coins to the Jewelry Box estate buyers and always received top dollar. Come see why for over 2 decades, Orange County has relied on the Jewelry Box estate buyers.
Welcome back to the show, everyone. I've got the Republican Club here with me, going to tell us about their upcoming meetings. I welcome Pat Mycone, Betty O'Laker. Hi, ladies.
How are
Hi,
you, Bree?
We're so glad to be here with you.
It's been a while.
It has been a while,
So-
yes. We had the summer, and now we're getting back into full gear. We have a lot going on. A lot going on in our club, a lot going on in our county.
Wonderful. But I know you want to get into that, but I also know that you wanted to pay tribute to Charlie Kirk.
Yes, yes. We were all, America was saddened with the recent assassination of Charlie Kirk. And Charlie's work, he was an amazing young man, Christian man. I actually met him in 2012 when he was 18. He was just starting out. I met him at a conservative David Horowitz Freedom Center event. And he was just talking to us about what happened. David wanted to have him there to get support. And out of that, we know what happened. TPUSA is now an amazing organization.
And TPUSA
Is Turning Point USA, yes, and it's out of Arizona. And Charlie built it out of a garage. And he's just an amazing young man, and it was just so sad to have his life ripped away from him. He brought kindness, caring, conservative ideas to campuses around the United States. And he did it in a way, just a Christian way, and the students just were drawn to it. I mean, he'd have thousands.
Was it a fresh message for the students, do you think?
Pardon me?
Was it a fresh message for the students that he was bringing?
You know, it was, because over the last, last 20 years, actually, there's been a lot of leftist messaging, indoctrination happening in now K through 12, but it started in the universities. And it's been happening over the last 50, 70 years. Marxism has been, creeping into our colleges and institutions. Charlie bought the Judeo-Christian conservative values, having them think about it. He was, he didn't try to preach to them. He really just would ask questions, and that he would allow them. He would give them the microphone.
Yes.
And allow them to ask questions, and they loved it. And he would just accept, we have our First Amendment in our country, right? Our U.S. Constitution. Hate speech is okay, any speech. He would allow them to speak. So that's what Charlie did, and we could talk about him all day, but with our time here this morning. Charlie has inspired me, and I know he's inspired Betty and our club. We want to be bold, Bree. We want to be bold to speak the truth. We've been, over the last few years, especially, we've been kind of silenced after COVID. We were locked down. We've been silenced. Now we just need to speak the truth and be confident in that. Charlie was confident. He had death threats on his life, constantly. His wife and his children had death threats. Yet he still went out there and was willing. And that day, we all saw it. We saw he was shot in the neck. So we have to honor his life and be bold and respect it and go on. So thank you, Charlie. As we all see, we said we all got to be Charlies. And that's kind of a cute little saying, but it's so true. We want to just, and when I'm doing it, I want to be kind like Charlie did. I don't want to be judgmental or critical. I want to be kind, because that's how he won over these students. And I'd like to win over people to our conservative values that way. So I pray to be able to do that.
Oh, very sweet. Very nice. That was a lovely tribute. So let's talk about your upcoming meeting. I know you want to get some coverage there.
Yes, we're here to promote the meeting. So our
DA.
meeting is this Friday, October 3rd, and we have our keynote speaker is our DA of Orange County, Todd Spitzer. I just love Todd Spitzer. He's an amazing man, first elected in 2019 and then re-elected in 22. And when he came to our meeting last time, I recall Bree sitting there and watching him. He was sweating, he was nervous and stressed, and I thought, oh golly, this guy, he's got so much on his plate. Yet I know he also gets death threats. He's also under threat, as Charlie was, as conservatives are. So we're excited about having him come. He's really known nationally. He's respected for his advocacy for victims' rights and protecting victims' rights. I mean, he is strong in promoting and having us public safety, and he works hard every day. He's balancing his staff and energies in his office and with court appearances. And I don't even know all he does, but he's an amazing man. So we're excited to have him. We will be having, we no longer have reservations, so I'm sorry it's too late to reserve lunch, but we hope you will come speaker only. You just have to come in, sign in. With Todd, we have high security. We have mindful security around him. So we want everybody coming in to make sure that we know who you are. So you have to sign in. And that's going to be one of our prerequisites for this meeting. Yeah, but so come, speaker only, bring a lunch,
Yes.
right? Then he's
Yes,
going to remind
right.
me to bring a lunch, and we'll look forward to having you.
Wow, that sounds like a great meeting in Clubhouse 5.
Clubhouse 5, right. We're actually going to shorten our meeting this time.
Yes.
We think the meetings maybe have been running a little long for our members, so and guests. So our speaker Todd will speak from 11:30 to 12:30 with Q&A, and then we'll have our spotlight speaker that Betty's going to talk about after that. And then we'll dismiss everybody and let them go home at 1:30.
Betty, what does Kira have to say?
Well, officially, she's a writer, culture critic, and political pundit. I'll read her bio. She's also a podcaster and opinion journalist. She can be seen offering conservative opinions on politics and pop culture on major outlets and podcasts, including Fox News, Newsmax, and The Blaze. Her podcast, Just Listen to Yourself, is dedicated to thinking critically through hot topics and talking points of the day. She's a 2022 Communicator Award winner in podcasting and is also a regular guest on shows like Dan Bongino. In fact, we saw her recently on Fox News with Steve Hilton. She was part of the panel. She has a little humor to her opinions. She tries to listen. She has a passion for her beliefs. She's inspirational with humor. And she calls herself a salty Christian.
A salty Christian. I'd like to know the definition of that.
One of her quotes, she's a convert. She was a Democrat and was very influenced by her father-in-law, who was a minister, the only Republican in Gary, Indiana. And he got her involved in the community, and she slowly turned over and became a Republican. So, and, was more conservative. So I loved one of her sayings, one of her quotes that I saw, and she said, "We can't save America on our own, so take it off our shoulders and realize we're just a drop in the bucket of time in this current moment. But a drop makes a ripple, and a ripple is all it takes to change everything. We're all walking ripples." So that gives you the inspiration to keep putting it out there. Her theory is we haven't shown up. A lot has happened because the other political party has been very proactive with boards of educations, just politically speaking. She said it's time to show up.
Yeah.
So that's
I
her
think
theory.
the Republicans are a little more quiet
Yes,
by nature.
we're more
Is that
reserved.
correct?
Right.
Yes, and we're working, building. We're builders. Conservatives are known as builders. Building communities, building cities, building, And so we're busy. Hopefully you'll be purposefully busy.
Yes, well, you'll be busy at your next meeting. So that takes place October 3rd.
October
and
3rd,
today's
yeah,
already
it's
the
Friday.
1st. Isn't that crazy?
So
Right.
we do hope, folks will come. So please come and join us. We'd love to have you. $5 only. You can bring your own lunch. We'll have plenty of room. And Todd and Kira, they'll be tremendous, inspiring speakers.
I've heard Todd on a couple of occasions, and he's a great guy.
Yeah, he is
Just
a great guy.
great guy. Just a great human. Just such a
That
core
DA's
strength.
role is a tough one. A tough one.
Yeah, I wouldn't want it. But he does it well.
Yes, he does. He does.
Ladies, thank you so much for joining me today. Appreciate
you,
you
Bree.
being here.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for having
Have
us.
a great meeting. All right, folks, when we come back, I'll take a look at the weekend's movies. So you gotta stay with me.
Whatever you want from me, I'm giving you everything. Yeah, I'm your baby tonight. I'm so emotional, baby. Every time I think of you, I'm so emotional. Ain't it shocking what?
Dental care in America is broken. If you need a dental implant in the States, you're looking at somewhere between $3,600 and up to $8,000, and that's per tooth. And for a full mouth restoration, you're talking somewhere between $40,000 and $100,000. The good news is there's a solution. That's where HebeDot comes in. We're not a dental clinic. We're a US-based one-stop solution for affordable, safe dental care right here in Mexico without the risk.
We're Denise and Ann with Legacy Arrangements.
We help families plan ahead for future funeral and cremation pre-arrangements. We represent over 70 mortuaries in the Southern California area.
We know these conversations aren't always easy, but we understand how truly important they really are. We are dedicated to making an uncomfortable conversation as comfortable for you as possible.
By planning today, you're going to lock in today's cost and you're going to let your family know your future wishes.
It's truly a gift you give your loved ones.
All right, everybody, Friday night's movie is Lost in America. Get in a Winnebago and drive throughout the nation. That's what this movie's about. It's brought to us by RadNet, showing at 2 p.m. with subtitles and 6 p.m. without subtitles. I don't know if that's gonna be a drama or a comedy. You'll have to let me know. Let's take a quick look at our 5-day forecast today, folks. The high's gonna be in 76, climbing up to 77 before we drop down again, 74, and then back up for the weekend. So make sure you keep your sweaters and sunscreen and probably sunnies handy. Tomorrow on this day, we've got Thrive and, excuse me, I don't know what the other one is. Thank you, Coach House and Thrive. You never know what's gonna happen on this show. But we hope to see you here tomorrow, because that's gonna do it for this episode of This Day. From all of us here, we wish yours a beautiful one.